You put ice in Jack Daniels, for a purpose. It has a purpose. And if you don't stir it up or pick it up and slosh it around, the ice is going to do its job, which is to take care of the Jack Daniels. And then eventually the ice, goes away. It does its job and it goes away. Now just look at, on the other hand, on the flip side of this, ice goes into Minneapolis, okay? Unless you go out in the street and stir it up, as a civilian, as a protester, and stir it up, if you leave it alone, ice is going to do its work and then go away. And that's all there is to it. You're not going to stir it up and spill anything. The only thing that's been spilled is the blood of these idiots. You want to die stupid, there's other ways to die stupid. If you want to spill your Jack Daniels, well, that's a shame because, that stuff is not only expensive, it's also delicious. Another analogy I came up with is if you go to a professional sports stadium, you're more than welcome to be in the stands and watch the action. You're more than welcome to yell at the umpires for what you think is a bad call on the bases or a bad strike or a bad, called ball. But once you jump on the field of play where you don't belong and get involved, you're going to get run down, you're going to get chased, you're going to get tackled, and, you're going to be cuffed. And if you continue to resist, you're going to feel, a continuum of being in custody. Same thing, people in Minnesota. You're more than welcome to stand on the sidelines and watch ICE work. Okay. First of all, you shouldn't be there. You should mind your own business because they are carrying high-powered weapons for the specific purpose that they're chasing may have high-powered weapons. So you're more than welcome to go down there and stand on the sidelines. But once you cross and jump onto the field of play, okay, and start disrupting stuff in a place that you don't belong, you're going to get chased, you're going to get run down, you're going to get tackled, you're going to be cuffed and taken into custody. And if you continue to resist, you're going to feel the continuum of custody. So, people just mind your business. They will do their job and they will go away. That's what ICE does. That's what police do. That's what sheriffs do. That's what other law enforcement do. They go in, they do their thing because they're needed there for one reason or another, and it's none of your damn business why they're there, unless you try to make it your business. And then you will feel the long arm of the law or the short pull of a trigger. It's your choice. Leave it be. Do not get involved. When I go past, a traffic accident, I just want to get past because I want to get home. I want to get to the liquor store to get my Jack Daniels. I want to go. I got places to go. I'm not going to sit there and rubberneck and try to get involved and see what's going on. Don't care. Doesn't concern me. I'm on my way somewhere. These people just have nothing better to do. And this nurse, whatever his name was, Alex, whatever, Pretty, we know his background now. And I said earlier this week, it's going to be sticky. I'm not going to make a decision on who this person is or what he was, like they did to Kyle Rittenhouse 4 years ago. So he got involved in something he had no business in. Was he a paid protester? We don't know this. Maybe that'll come out. But he's unemployed. He's had complaints written against him by patients and fellow staff. And here he is in the middle of a melee, more than one, with ICE. People, you got no business being out there. You have mechanisms on how to, if you don't like ICE in your neighborhood, stop trying to get rid of them today, right now, as it's happening. It's not going to work, and it's not going to work in your favor. You have mechanisms. It's called legislation. Go to your legislator. Bring it to Congress. Yes, it takes time, but this is our system. This is our system. What you people on the left are trying to do is trying to lose our democracy, which is what Mr. Trump is being blamed for if he was elected last November 24, that we're going to lose our democracy. We're going to lose it. You people are not paying attention to the democracy. So you people are ruining our democracy. We have mechanisms in place. We have legal ways in place. That's what lawyers are for, although a lot of people don't like lawyers. Judges, we have prosecutors, we have attorneys. We have a system. And these people just want to go, instead of going through channels, they just want to go from channel 2 to channel 11 without having to skip through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They just want to go from the start to the end. They want to end it. And you can't do it. You have 3 ex-cops on the radio talking to you every week. It don't happen that way. It does not happen that way. If I arrest you and it's a bad arrest and you want to sue me, you can't sue me on the street. You know, don't try to kick my ass on the street. You have a mechanism. You hire an attorney and you go through channels. You make the complaint. It's the same thing here. It's the same thing on a much bigger scale. And yeah, you may get into court in 4 or 5 years, but that's the way it works. And if you don't like it, either move to another country, live next to Rosie O'Donnell, or stay on the sidelines and mind your business. And you won't have to worry about being arrested, as you would claim falsely, or being targeted as an agitator. It's a shame that 50% of our country think this way. It's a real shame that they feel this way. And, you know, these people that are dying at the hands of themselves, it's like suicide by ice. They want to be martyrs. You know, we bring up in the first segment, Don Lemon. You know, he can't be a journalist. He can't be a human being. He wants to be a living martyr. And it's a shame. And I can't see people putting these unfortunate people that lost their lives in the past 2-3 weeks up on pedestals as martyrs. They're not the people that I want to think as, well, they were doing the right thing. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They were doing the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. And it's a shame that they'd rather have these animals that live in their neighborhoods. They're there for a reason. You got predators in your neighborhood. That's what they're there for. Illegal immigrant predators. That's what ICE is there for. And time again, when you ask a left, if, well, okay, well, you know, we have illegal immigrants, would you take one in and be responsible for them? And, of course, they say they got to talk to their wife, they got to talk to their husband, or they'll say that's what we pay taxes for, but they won't take them in. They're willing to die for them, but they won't take them into their house. So let's get rid of them. Obama shipped out 3.5 million people over 8 years. Nobody said a word. Nobody even knew what the hell was going on, what was happening. Mr. Trump steps in, uses the same squad, the same border czar in Mr. Homan, and Homan got the Medal of Honor from Obama, and now he's got a target on his back because he works for Mr. Trump. Those people on the left that are so radical, they're insane. They really are insane, and it's disgusting.
Folks, that's Walter Yurkiw.